Hey guys, so HBO has officially cast a black actor to play Severus Snape in their new Harry Potter series. Now, when I first heard these rumors a few months ago, I thought, no way. This cannot be real. But here we are. They have actually race swapped Severus Snape. So today we're going to be talking about why this matters.
Harry Potter fans are outraged after it was just announced that Papa Isidore will be playing Snape in the new Harry Potter series coming to HBO Max. Snape is described as a thin man with greasy black hair, a hooked nose, and sallow pale skin. It ain't about racism, it's about staying true to the source material. Simple.
There's also the argument, well, he's just a great actor, so they cast him. Okay. Meryl Streep is also a great actor. Should she play Dobby? She might even play Aslan from Narnia, but that's okay. That's fine. That makes a lot of sense. The point is, it's not about whether or not he's a good actor. He might be an amazing actor, okay? But do you remember how adaptations, right? They used to try and match the characters. Like Alan Rickman was amazing. We just want that same kind of vibe, right? But Papa does not look like Snape because Snape was not black. But HBO Max cares about the diversity quota, the evolution of Snape.
Are you going to ruin this moment?
I absolutely have to.
What do we know about Snape and Harry Potter's relationship? And why is this going to go bad? Harry doesn't trust Snape for some reason and he can't figure out why.
Yeah, it only works if Harry's black too.
Yeah, it's going to be very awkward and Harry walks in and sees the one black teacher at Hogwarts and goes, I don't know what it is about him. I just can't trust him. I bet you he's the guy who stole the Sorcerer's Stone. He is the teacher of the dark arts.
You're gonna have to make other professors black, or it's gonna be so obvious that Harry Potter is racially profiling Severus Snape. This is such a funny scene, like the original one.
Okay, Neville, now remember, when the Bogart comes out, it's gonna turn into what you fear the most in the world, so be ready. Okay, Professor. Ready, and... here it is! Because he's scary looking? What did I do?
So like I said, it's not just about a new actor, it's about a shift in the themes, in the dynamics, right? Audience perception. Snape being black can completely alter the way that some people interpret his backstory. The bullying that younger Snape experienced is gonna look like it was racially motivated, which it was not in the original because Snape is white.
See, one thing y'all may not know about me is that I am a diehard Harry Potter fan. And in spite of all that, I am not watching the new series that's coming out.
Yeah, so as you guys may know, I was not a huge fan of the race swapping with Ariel. Now they're doing it with Astrid, it seems like, for the How to Train Your Dragon movie, right? Also Snow White, of course, how that was a complete flop, and they have paused the live-action remake of Rapunzel, probably because they were going to race swap her as well, and then saw how terribly Snow White did, right? So I wasn't a fan of any of those decisions. However, Harry Potter is on a different level for me. I rewatch the movies almost every year, and Snape is one of my favorite characters. He is a very complex character. He's broken, he has a very interesting backstory, right? This, for me, is the worst race swap so far. I'm sure they're going to come up with something even worse in the future, unfortunately, but you are rewriting his pain through a completely different lens that was just not part of the original. And the actor, again, this has nothing to do with his skill. He is put in an impossible situation because all of these Harry Potter fans, regardless of their race, they want an adaptation that stays true to the source material. Plus, we were told that this series was going to stay faithful to the books, and they are already rewriting the characters' identities.
And I'm also seeing a lot of people upset that they casted a black man as Snape, and I 100% agree because his backstory is going to look a lot different as a black man. Like, Snape gets treated horribly, and if you make him black, it's going to look a lot like racism and discrimination.
And even if that's not the message, that's what it's going to look like. Unless, again, you race swap other characters.
Like, James and Sirius were bullying the mess out of Snape when he first got to that school. Like, how is that going to look if he's black? And then he gets passed up for years when he wants to teach Defense Against the Dark Arts, and then how is Harry Potter going to look when he accuses the only black professor of doing something wrong when something bad happens to him? Like, literally, the first movie, Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, Snape was trying to help Harry the entire time, but Harry kept on blaming Snape, and so how is that going to look if he's black? Like, I'm so sorry, but there are so many other characters that they could have made black if they really wanted that diversity. Like, they could have made Professor McGonagall black, they could have made Hagrid black, or they could even make Hermione black.
I agree with her that it would have been less of an issue to race swap one of those characters, but I don't think you should race swap anyone. Like, if they decided to get a white actress to play Chang, that would have been a problem, I'm sure. Just why do that? The original series did have characters of color. They weren't leads, but this this reboot, they could have expanded on that, right? They could have given them more screen time. That would have actually added value and more diversity without changing an existing character. But instead, here we are. I'm expecting Hermione to roll out in a wheelchair, or Ron to be Mexican, or Draco to have they them pronouns, something else, okay? And I'm sure some other professors will be black now. Also thought J.K. Rowling would shut this down, right? But I guess she's more outspoken on the trans issues, right? Like keeping biological men out of women's spaces, which of course I agree with her there. I support her for doing that, for speaking out about it. But if she's okay with this, if she approved this casting, I disagree with her. This is a terrible decision. And most Harry Potter fans seem to agree.
I'm just tired. I'm tired of people messing up original shows and movies. Like, Harry Potter is a classic. It's timeless. And it did not need to be touched. Like, if y'all want to make a show with an extremely oppressed black wizard professor, go ahead and do it. Just don't call it Harry Potter. And the diversity of this casting, it doesn't make sense. It changes fundamental elements of the story. Didn't James Potter like have him levitating in the air, suspending from the air? Y'all are really gonna have James Potter essentially hanging this black man. Snape being cast as a black man has to be the dumbest casting decision I've seen in quite some time.
Exactly. This is a terrible start with this adaptation. I think the fact that they have race swapped Snape, it means that they're willing to change anything. And at this point, just create a new show. Right? Write something different or respect the original. But you guys let me know what you think in the comments below. Also remember to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye.